So like almost like a baklava ravioli.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be my drag name. You know what I mean?
Baklava ravioli.
Yeah, or my dog, whoever. But...
Today, I'm going back to culinary school to take a class from an iconic ICE alum, Chef Ayesha from Shuka.
Today's class is going to be fun, it's going to be exciting, it's going to be really great to get to cook with such amazing people.
I'm so excited. I don't know much about Middle Eastern cuisine and it's one of my favorite types of food, so I'm so excited to learn from one of the greats.
My name is Ayesha Nurdjaja. I'm the executive chef and partner of Shuka and 𝐶𝐻𝐻 in New York City. I'm back at ICE, my alma mater, to teach a special cooking class. I came from a home where my mother and father were both amazing cooks. My father actually was a chef for Merchant Marines, so he was technically trained. And my mother grew up in an Italian household and just had the instincts to do it. Culinary school was an amazing experience. It really helped me develop as a chef because you really don't know the basics. You learn knife skills, you learn butchery, how to cook perfect eggs. It really runs you through the gamut of all the cooking techniques. My life today is insane. I have 2 restaurants. I do a lot of TV stuff, writing a cookbook. I feel very fortunate. I never knew when I was in culinary school how this would unfold, and now I feel like all these things that I've ever wanted came to fruition. I'm super excited to be back at ICE and teach a small class today. Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi, my name's Jason Farella. I graduated from the Plant-Based Culinary Arts program in 2021. Currently, I work as the program manager for New York City flagship schools for the Wellness in the Schools organization. We teach New York City students important habits to incorporate into their own lives so they can live, grow, and thrive in every situation.
Nice to meet you, I'm Megan.
Hi, Megan, nice to meet you.
My name is Megan Johnson, and I graduated from ICE in May 2025. Currently, I'm a commis chef at 11 Madison Park. Working at EMP has really been amazing. It's been a dream come true. I've wanted to work there for such a long time.
Jillian, welcome.
I'm Jillian Blair Elliott, and I graduated from ICE in spring of 2025. I'm currently an editorial assistant at Delish magazine. I came to ICE because I didn't know if I had the connections to come to New York and pursue a career in food media quite yet. And so I came here, got the training, and made those connections. And it really opened those doors for me, and I'm so glad because I learned so much in the classroom and in the real world, and I'm so grateful for those experiences.
All right, let's get in the kitchen.
All right.
After you guys. The recipes today represent me as a chef. I'm bringing big, bold Middle Eastern flavors. I hope the students take away today that flavor combinations are endless. I am going to show them how to make a lamb tagine, but they are going to make their own version, and I hope that they infuse some of their personality and their background or things that they like to cook with in the dishes. These recipes that we're learning today are really significant to Shuka and 𝐶𝐻𝐻. We always have a tagine on the menu. So let's start. We're going to heat up our Dutch oven here. So here we have some lamb shoulder. These cuts of meat are really good for braising because they take a long time to cook and they impart a lot of flavor. Now, this would be awesome if you could marinate this overnight, but for the minimum, you want at least like 20 minutes. This is called Ras El Hanout. Ras El Hanout translates as head of the spice shop. So you'll find these spices anywhere in West Africa, in Morocco and Tunisia. And what it means is it's really like a house spice blend. You're never gonna find 2 Ras El Hanouts that are the same. If you guys wanna kind of smell this, it's like super fragrant. And I love to use it in braises because it's like a shortcut, if you will, right? Instead of using like 4 or 5 different spices, I choose a blend that has like almost 20 of them in there. Nice, right? You could almost wear it as a cologne or a perfume, if you will. Okay, so we have our lamb nice and marinated. I'm gonna add some salt. Now we all know that people need to season their food, right? And I know that looks like a lot of salt, but you have to understand that these pieces of meat need to be really seasoned. So I have a little bit of olive oil here. Again, medium heat. You just want enough oil to kind of coat the bottom of the pan. And then we're gonna start to sear the meat. We're looking to get like a nice color. I think when you're in school, right, they call this the Maillard reaction. Yep. Is when protein hits the bottom of a hot pan and causes caramelization. And caramelization equals what?
Flavor.
You got it. You guys should teach the class. I can watch you, see? We don't want to overcrowd it. So we might have to do this in like 1 or 2 batches. And we want to be patient here because this is the part where we're really developing flavor. So first batch looks good to me. We're going to put it in here, and this is going to kind of rest a little bit. And what happens when it rests, it's like the juices are going to run out, and those juices are going to be part, obviously, of the tagine. Okay, this is looking good. I think we can move these over and kind of sneak some pieces in here. Okay, so we're looking really good here. As you can see, this lamb has nice caramelization on it. So we are gonna start now with our onions. And you can see right here how the onions are picking up the flavor and all of that fond on the bottom of the pan. You guys are gonna smell like tagine all day.
There are way worse things to smell like.
You're right. We're gonna add in our ginger, garlic, one of my faves, serrano chilies. I love it spicy. And we're just gonna saute this. Okay, and then I'm gonna throw some more ras el hanout spice. Once you add the spices, you have to kind of move quickly with either the deglazing or putting another ingredient in here so that the spices could adhere to it. And in this case, it's our best friend, tomato paste. So we're gonna put this in. And the key to tomato paste is really activating the flavors in it, right? Tomato paste, tomato concentrate, has delicious umami flavor, but it also brings acidity to the dish. So we have the tomato paste in there. I'm gonna add a little bit of chopped preserved lemon, and then I am gonna add cilantro. So I know a lot of people think that herbs are meant for finishing, and they are, but I actually like to use the herbs and their stems in the long time cooking. Because cilantro stems have a lot of flavor, right? Something that we never discard at the restaurant. But it also is gonna bring kind of like a fresh brightness to the braise. And we're gonna finish it with fresh herbs, of course, but I like to get the flavor in the beginning. All right? So this is kind of really where we want it to be. It's now forming a paste, and we're gonna deglaze with some white wine. We are gonna reintroduce our lamb here. Put this in. And the best part of this is, look at this. You see these delicious juices on the bottom? That's gonna really add a ton of flavor to our tagine. We're gonna sneak in some of these Turkish apricots in here. So we're gonna cover this with some stock. So this is probably gonna take about 2.5 hours to cook. So we're at a rapid boil here. We are gonna put this at a low simmer. And then, do you mind passing me the lid? Do you mind lidding it? And that's it. Okay, so while we're letting this go and cook, let's start making couscous. Who loves couscous?
Love couscous.
Couscous, right?
Yep.
Middle Eastern pasta, right? 2 ingredients, semolina and water. So couscous is really simple. It takes on any flavor that you want. So we're gonna be fancy today. We're gonna add a little bit of saffron. Is that cool with you guys? All right. So we have equal parts of a stock and couscous. So we have the saffron here in the stock, and I'm gonna season the couscous. As we pour this over, you can see the couscous is not only gonna lend its color, but also flavor, right? A spoon, please. Right? And we're just gonna mix this so that it's kind of even. We want this to cook evenly. We don't wanna have lumps. Of course, you can see how it's already soaking in some of this liquid, right? Okay, so we're gonna lid this with some plastic wrap. And what you wanna do is make sure that there's no air pockets in it or there's no air escaping, because we're steaming essentially the couscous. And what we're doing at this point is making sure that all the liquid gets absorbed and all that saffron flavor gets infused inside. All right, so we're gonna let this sit for about 10 minutes.
What advice do you have for young culinary people entering the industry?
I would say find a restaurant that speaks to you. At the beginning of my career, I worked in fine dining. I worked in 3 Michelin and 2 Michelin-star restaurants, and I think that it really helped me because it built foundation. There was an expectation that was very high, and you needed to hit that.
On the topic of inspiration,
Yes.
who are some of your personal culinary inspirations?
Oh my goodness. I would have to say Lidia Bastianich was really the reason why I got into cooking. It was her grandma hands and how on television she explained cooking in such a simple way that I feel like when I started I had no idea how to cook, and she made me feel like I could cook. I later on went to work for her at Falidia, so that was like kind of one of the highlight achievements of my career. Okay, couscous time. Do you mind unwrapping this for me?
Sure.
While we do that, I'm gonna do some knife work, okay? So we have some rinds of preserved lemon, and it's gonna give this nice, bright, kind of lemony, salty flavor, if you will. And I'm just cutting it fine. While I'm doing this, do you mind helping me? If you just take these 2 forks and kind of rake around.
Sure.
Fluff it up. And then we're gonna chop some herbs. So we have some cilantro, we have some parsley and dill. And I don't know about you guys, but I can't live without herbs. Like literally in the restaurant, we go through cases of herbs a day. But we're just gonna do like a quick chiffonade here. I am very specific when it comes to herbs. When people like run their knives through it, it drives me insane. So I like to chiffonade one way, flip the herb, and then chiffonade the other way. Just keep it rolled, you know, and then just run your knife as fine as you can across it. We're gonna throw in our herbs. We're not gonna mix yet. We're gonna wait a second, because I don't wanna overmix. We're gonna throw in our preserved lemon. We have some scallions. I don't have any dishes that are made without onions and garlic, guys, I'm sorry. And then we have some pomegranate seeds. I love serrano chilies because I don't know if you guys can smell that right now. If you're going to come to the board, it almost has a fruity smell to it before it has a heat to it. That's why I really like to use them in cooking.
Get that sweet heat.
Exactly. Okay, so that goes in. We are going to use some lemon juice. We have olive oil, and then my favorite of all time, the lemon zest. This is just going to be brightness to it. And then we're gonna fluff. You see how it's like not stuck to the bottom?
Yeah.
It's not clumpy at all, right? So it kind of really beautifully steamed.
The pomegranate seeds are such a perfect pop of color.
Okay, let's taste it. Let's make sure their seasoning is on point. Now would be the time while it's warm.
That's fire. That's great.
It's
Really
chocolate
good.
flavor.
We have our couscous ready. Now let's get our ingredients for our carrot salad and we're ready to go. This is one of my favorite things to make because it's super simple. Everything here is kind of something that you have in your pantry. So we're gonna make the vinaigrette first. So we're gonna start with some red wine vinegar, some olive oil, good amount, right? We're making a vinaigrette, some lemon juice, and then we have dry oregano, a little bit of salt, some black pepper, and if you don't mind, can you get some of that honey in there?
Sure.
And while that honey is going, I am going to chop up some of this preserved lemon. And we're gonna kind of smash this. I actually keep a lot of this preserved lemon paste in my refrigerator. And then I'm gonna add this in here, okay? And Jason, if you don't mind, just whisking that together for me, and then we'll taste to see where we're at. All right, carrot salad. I think we all have carrots, right? And what I like to do is just really go across and like just peel this. And you get these shards of carrots. And while we're eating the tagine, these are gonna be like these crunchy, kind of acidic pops of like flavor and color in the salad. Just throw in some of this sliced red onion, a little bit of sliced serrano chilies, some dill, cilantro, and parsley again. So we are gonna wait until we're ready to plate up to mix this all together. All right, we have one thing left. We're gonna make an olive dukkah for on top of our tagine, and I think we'll be done. A dukkah is usually a spice blend that has toasted sesame seeds and nuts in it, okay? Which we have going on here. And then I'm gonna take some of these olives, and in the mood of being rustic, I'm just gonna kind of like tear these in half, because I kind of like the big chunks of olives. And remember, we have all that savoriness going on in the tagine, right? We have a little sweetness with the apricots. These olives are kind of gonna balance that all out. Can you drop the scallions in here if you don't mind?
Yep.
And then the chopped cilantro as well. This obviously can be done beforehand. I don't sometimes like things when they're perfect. You know, I mean, could you slice the olives like if this is really hurting your soul? Not gonna hurt the flavor of it. But I feel like sometimes some of these things where you see when you tear them open, it kind of creates like this little boat. You're gonna get all that flavor in there. If you wanna get a spoon, so we can mix this together. A good amount of olive oil and some splashes of lemon juice, and we're gonna mix this together. Add half of these, which we have, which is the spices mixed with the almonds and the sesame seeds. Okay, a little more olive oil, and I think we're ready to go. Now that we have this done, you guys ready to plate?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go. Look at the feast that we prepared.
Wow.
All right, so we have our couscous, we have our carrot salad, and our lamb tagine with olive dukkah.
Beautiful.
There's so many colors and ways that I wouldn't even think of, like the pomegranate and the olives and all the toppings.
These dishes are so special to me, and they're really an expression of my cooking style from my restaurants. Now I can't wait to see what you guys cook up next.
Thanks, Chef.
So what have we got going on, Chef?
So today I'm smashing up some Brussels sprouts.
Okay.
I blanched and shocked them, so now they're ready to go.
Okay.
I have a spice blend made up with some Parmesan cheese, a little bit of my culture in with there because I'm Italian.
All right.
And then we added some Aleppo pepper and some of your spice blend from earlier. So
I love that.
We're gonna smash these up.
I think if you put a little bit of olive oil, your breadcrumbs will stick a little better.
Great.
That's delicious. I'm so into the smashy trend. I love the fact that you can get like maximum crunch. And this is also a fun way to eat Brussels sprouts, right? Because like I feel
Absolutely.
like Brussels sprouts get fried a lot, or they get roasted,
Yep.
right? And so you're like almost introducing us to a whole new genre of Brussels. And what else do you have going on?
We're making a 𝐀𝐲𝐞𝐬𝐡𝐚 today.
Oh.
So I've got chickpeas and tomato sauce. We're gonna finish it to give you that like really good stew braised feel
I
that we
love
had from
that.
before.
I'm always excited to eat, and try other people's food. And I find that when I watch people cook, I always learn something. Tell me about the meats you have
Yes, we
going
have
on
some
here.
andouille sausage, a little
Oh my! I have to
homage
take a
home.
piece. I'm
Of course
sorry.
you
I
have to
hope
take
you
a
don't mind.
piece.
Especially the little butt piece. That's the best one.
That's
Yeah.
the best part. So yeah, we have some sausage too. That brings some smokiness, kind of gamey almost, to the bowl.
I always think that the smoky flavors of andouille sausage makes you feel like it's been cooked for days.
Yes. And seeing that we're doing this in 45 minutes or so, that's going to add time to the dish that we didn't have to put into it.
It's kind of like a smart cheat. You're not making shortcuts. You're actually making smart choices to get
choices
flavor.
with your
And what kind of meat are
ingredients.
we using?
So we're using lamb loin.
Okay.
And so yeah, we just have that cubed up, and hopefully by the time we're done, everything will be nice and tender.
Okay, cool.
Usually you'd use a nice chicken thigh, a fatty chicken thigh,
Yeah.
but we're doing some fusion today.
All
so
right.
we'll see how it works
I'm
out.
in for the ride. I'm in for the ride. Sounds good.
So I'll be making a stuffed pasta today.
Oh, wow.
I was inspired by like your Middle Eastern spices and everything. So I was trying to think about a vegan alternative that's used in the Middle East, and I thought of falafel.
All right, so I'm sneaking in, looking at your falafel mixture. Tell me what's in here.
Yeah, so it's shucked chickpeas with olive oil, tahini, lemon, preserved lemon, and a bunch of herbs.
First of all, I think you could eat it like this. You don't even need to
Yeah.
fill it. The preserved lemon and the herbs just make this light, and it's got like such a fluffy texture from you whipping it. This is delicious.
Thank you,
All right,
Chef.
really nice.
All right.
All right, good luck. You guys are doing an amazing job. I am so excited to taste your recipes.
So what I've made for you today, Chef, is a 𝐀𝐲𝐞𝐬𝐡𝐚. It's an Egyptian chickpea kind of stew where the rice lentil base is almost like a risotto texture, spiced tomato sauce, and then seasoned chickpeas on top for you. I also have some crispy Brussels sprouts that have been smashed, dusted with a spice blend and Parmesan cheese to dip into a preserved lemon yogurt sauce for you.
At first glance, this is beautiful.
Thank you.
I mean, these are the dishes that make you kind of want to just leap and go right into
Yeah.
it. I have to tell you that this is like one of my favorite dishes to eat. So like, I'm really excited.
I got a
but-
high bar then.
Damn, that's good.
Thank you.
Really good. That's like fire. Brussels sprouts to me, like they have flavor, but they
Sure.
need something to kind of like take it to the party, right? It's
Yep.
like that little black dress. And you've done that with putting this like spice coating on them that gives you that crunchy texture, but when you bite into them, they're like soft and supple.
That's it.
Really fire. That's like a Hallmark card. It says all it needs to say in very few ingredients.
Thank you.
You really rocked it out.
Thank you, Chef.
I love the tomato.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, the only thing I would say is maybe a little more salt in the rice, and I would like to have some crunchy texture.
Heard.
So maybe like next time if you like fried some of these chickpeas.
Or hit that dukkah that you made up
Or
on
hit
top.
that dukkah on top.
Yep.
But other than that, these are dishes that are craveable and something that you would want to make at home, or it would be equally as delicious in a restaurant.
Thank you, Chef.
So for today, I made with you a filled pasta with falafel filling, with a quick pickled carrot salad on top, dukkah, and herbed tahini sauce.
This is like so elegant. This is giving like Michelin star like dessert vibes to me. Yeah, I know it's not dessert and I'm not expecting it to be sweet, but it's just plated really thoughtfully. And I love the way that you have this like concentric circle and thought about putting the carrots in there. This is a 2-utensil situation. Mmm. That brown butter really makes a difference. There's like a toasty nuttiness to this. And the pasta, it's just like, what a beautiful form to have. I love the crunchiness of the nuts.
Thank you, Chef.
The only thing I would say is some of the edges of the pasta is just a little thick. I don't quite mind it because it's giving it texture, but like from a technical standpoint, that's the only thing. Other than that, it is beautiful. Like you really dove into these Middle Eastern flavors and textures. Well done.
So today I've prepared for you my family's Cajun-style jambalaya, except we're throwing tradition out the window a little bit with a couple upgrades to lamb, and we have some Mediterranean spice blends, along with a beautiful salad of shaved carrots with a pepper jelly vinaigrette.
I love this. I have to tell you, like visually it's stunning, but the smell
Is it good?
I mean, you have to smell that. You know what I
Good.
mean? Like whoever smells like this, like I will marry right now.
Right now.
This is like,
Thank you, Chef.
It's giving you like hug vibes without even eating first. I have to dig in.
Dig in.
Okay, so. This dish tastes like it's been cooked for hours. You took my salad and you give it a passport to go to an exotic vacation somewhere. And now it's got a two-piece bikini on and a margarita in its hand.
That's how I'm
That
trying
is
to be.
fire. It is spicy, it's crunchy, it's got like the herbaceousness to it, and that sweetness that comes from that pepper jelly is unbelievable.
Thank you, Chef.
I mean, you really nailed it. What I love about what you were telling me is like, this is such a traditional dish to you, but you're confident enough to take a leap in taking things that you're learning to express yourself in recipes, and no one could ask for a better meal. I'm just very humbled today by the delicious food, but moreover, the passion and the genuine feeling that they put behind the recipes, and especially incorporating some of the things they learned during our cooking session. I'm unbelievably touched. It's been so amazing to come back here and teach. The community and friendship and being around people that love food is really what fills the soul.